I'm continuing my new player guide series for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about Datacrons. Datacrons have historically been a little bit of a divisive topic. A lot of people who really enjoy Datacrons and think that they really have like prolonged the shelf life of this game, and there are a lot of people who hate them and find them to be just another chore, similar to mods that just takes forever to try to figure out. But I think where I land is maybe somewhere in the middle. I definitely enjoy anything that kind of like changes the fight, especially if it's kind of a stale meta and you're basically, if you know how a fight is going to go, if you don't have Datacrons, you don't want to keep doing that fight over and over again for literally years. I think it makes a lot more sense to throw these things in there that you can put onto your teams. You're not going to be equipping them to every single team that you have, but at least for most non-spenders and very light spenders, you're only going to have a handful of them. But they do spice things up a little bit and make for interesting gameplay in Grand Arena, territory wars, and on your squad's arena as well. So let's jump over to my account and we'll take a look at some of the Datacrons that I have. Have definitely not been putting much effort into them this first period since I started playing the game again, but definitely like probably starting with this conquest, especially because I really want to go after Satil Shan really heavily. I'm going to be investing more in the newest Datacron set, but let's jump over and talk a little bit more about them. Okay, so you can see we have three different types of Datacrons that are active right now. And these first two, the Pillars of War Focused and Pillars of War, they're kind of the same set. You're going to be using the same resources to upgrade them, but the ones up on the top, the Focused ones, are going to have very specific champions tied to them that you can, activate the bonuses for. So you've got like this one here has some of the bounty hunters, Dengar. Looks like we've got Boba Fett. So you can kind of pick and choose. Zam Wessel is in here as well. If it's a champion that you want to go after, you feel like what the bonus mechanic does is going to benefit your team, then you might want to focus on one of these focused Datacrons. You got one here that's going to be some of our Empire and just kind of like more well-known older champions here. You got Darth Nihilus, R2-D2, General Kenobi, Rex. But you get the idea. These are focused ones that are going to have specific champions in mind that you want to go after. Now, the regular basic Datacrons are going to have the same thing, but you have to get them all the way to level 9 to unlock the bonus mechanics for those champions. And these are very, you're going to be able to hone in on exactly what you want. Does require a lot of rerolls typically. There were some issues with the rollout for some of these Datacrons. They made some changes to a very strong attack Datacron, and when they did that, they gave us like kind of basically unlimited reroll resources for the Pillars of War set. But when that goes away, it's going to go back to normal again. We've got the Bounty Protocol, which is the latest Datacron set as well, and I've got a couple of those, and those are the ones I'm going to be using to show you how Datacrons work. We'll jump into that in just a moment. One thing that I do want to point out, typically the cadence for Datacrons has been every 2 months you get a new Datacron set, and that Datacron set will last for 4 months. They have changed that cadence to where basically every month you're going to be getting a new Datacron set, and that Datacron set will last for 3 months. So there's basically going to be like 3 different Datacron sets active at any given time. And, that's caused a little bit of an uprising in the community, frustration, definitely, because it kind of seems like a little bit of a lazy change, and people didn't ask for it. So, there's a little bit of like, definitely a lot of controversy still boiling over around Datacrons and how Capital Games thinks we should be using them. But at any rate, we kind of have to play within the confines of what we're given with Capital Games and their history. So we'll take what we have, and I'll show you how it works. So we've got Bounty Protocol here. And if we open this one up, it's a little bit intimidating when you first get in here, but you're going to be presented with a bunch of levels. And at these different levels, you're going to be able to unlock bonus stats, and you're also going to have alignment mechanics, faction mechanics, and character-specific mechanics. So there's a couple of key aspects to dealing with these Datacrons. And when you first start out, like the first two bonus stats you're going to be able to unlock are going to target very specific things. Like they're very similar to a mod. Whenever you're unlocking and enhancing a mod, when you first start out with like a level 0 mod, you have the ability to unlock a specific stat, and you can do 4 different rolls of those stats. And it's very similar on these Datacrons. So if we just go ahead and unlock the first 2 stats here, we end up getting armor penetration and potency. Those are pretty decent. And now we can unlock the alignment mechanic. Once you unlock the alignment mechanic, anything above the level where you get that unlock, only a specific type of champion is going to be able to use that. So if we don't have the resources here, we may see if we can go buy some of them. But if we unlock level 3 here on this Datacron, and let's say it's dark side, then only a dark side champion is going to get access to the benefits from level 3 and down to or up to level 9. But any champion can equip and get access to level 1 and 2. Once we get to the faction mechanic, which is going to be for this one either bounty hunter or droid, if you unlock the bounty hunter faction mechanic, then only if we had dark side at level 3, only a dark side bounty hunter can get access to everything up to level 6. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's say that our alignment mechanic was at level 3 was light side, and then we unlocked the droid faction mechanic at level 6, then only light side champions are going to get access to levels 3, 4, and 5. And then only droids are going to get access to, only light side droids are going to get access to level 6, 7, and 8. And then obviously if we get to level 9, there's a list of champions here who can actually benefit from the character mechanic at level 9. And there's some pretty decent ones in here, definitely, but usually you're going to be kind of fishing for a very specific character that's actually worth using it on. I mean, just from looking at this list, the one that I would be targeting would be most likely like C-3PO or 3PO and Chewie. Probably a couple of others on here. These droids down at the bottom that might be worth throwing it on as well. But again, we'll have to see what those faction mechanics or character mechanics are to make that decision. So, I mean, Datacrons are usually, like, really, if you think about it, it's fairly easy to put together these Datacrons. You're just kind of fishing for trying to get the best bonus stats as you can on those mid rolls like 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. So you see a lot of people trying to re-roll those and try to get the best thing that they can. You see here we got re-roll mats that you'll be using for those particular rolls. We'll go ahead and search for these binding MK1s, and it should take us over to the store. I can show you how you're going to be accessing additional mats so that you can level these Datacrons up. No sources found for that. Let's go over, probably not in the store yet. Usually these newer ones, when they do show up, you'll have access to obtain them through gems. And then the older Datacron sets, usually you can access you can buy those using your shard shop currency and ally points. Let's take a look at one that I actually can upgrade here. Well, first we'll look at this 5's Datacron, and this one is actually, I got it to level 9. So you can see that at level 3, I unlocked the bonus for light side characters. And then when I took it up to level 6, the options that I had were tank, attacker, healer, and support. And I ended up unlocking the one for tanks. And then on level 9, it basically like limits the pool that of champions that you have access to. So you can see all these attackers and supporters and healers go away, so you can't focus them. It has to be either 5s, base Malbus, or Clone Wars Chewbacca, which is kind of a nothing burger. So you're really just choosing between 5s and bays, and I think 5s offers the best opportunity here to get a really good mod. You can put, like, you're going to be using 5s with your gas team, and I've been able to take out, like, you can pretty easily take out Rey, Galactic Legend Rey, with this mod. And I mean, you could probably do it without it, honestly. Like, 501st is a fairly, like, maybe not fully reliable, but it's definitely a counter for Rey. But when you have something like this on, it's even crazier. So yeah, there's your basic, explanation. You can dismantle, and if you dismantle, it's going to give you some items back. So, especially probably going to be something that higher level, like more experienced players are going to be doing. People who spend a lot will probably have a ton of Datacron sitting around. And if you fish for something that you don't like and you just want to get rid of it, you can dismantle, get resources to use on your other Datacron. So if we back out to our main cantina here, if you go to shipments and then you scroll down, you'll have access to this tab for Datacrons. There are a few, like, we can buy bounty protocol mods here. We can get you can buy data caches. The cache, like, I have a pretty decent amount, so I don't need it here. But you can buy the binding MK1s, the binding MK2s, MK3, and then the breakdown mats. Those breakdown mats are going to be for doing your re-rolls to try to get some of those mid-rolls, or even just changing your faction and alignment mechanic. And then you can see, obviously, the resources for the other set of Datacrons, like the older sets, are going to be here as well. And then again, if you are a spender, you can, or maybe just an efficient non-spender, you do have access to buy some of these items with crystals as well. So that's pretty much it. Really simple refresher or crash course for Datacrons. They're a really fun mechanic, in my opinion, to spice the game up a little bit. It can be a little bit frustrating at times, but I enjoy working with mods for my characters, for example. So I think these are great to work with as well. I think the frustration is if you don't get the rolls that you want. It can be very costly to do your re-rolls, trying to fish for the one that you do want to get. So be mindful of that. There's definitely going to be some level of frustration with these. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on Datacrons, whether you think they are helpful or hurtful to the game. If you're a new player and you have any questions, leave those comments down in the comment section, and I will do my best to try to help you. I do have a Discord server that you can join. I mostly focus on DC Dark Legion content over there, but I've got a section for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I also have a league that if you would like to join it, if you're a newer player, we've got some pretty experienced players in there that are trying to push some of the newer content, but we'd love to have some newer players that we can help and kind of guide along as we go as well. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content. If not, I'll still see you in the next video.